What's up, guys? It's your boy Kittens coming back to you guys with another video. In this one, I want to talk about the 30th edition for Magic the Gathering. I was looking at it and I was like, this is a bit ridiculous. I want to talk about it, voice my opinion, and possible fix for it. I was looking at it and I did maybe want to throw out a possible fix for it. Is that it releases on November 28th. If they just make it so it's not $1,000, I think that would kind of fix this situation. Straight up, I think the easy fix is to make it so the packs are right about regular pack price. The thing for that would be that people could do drafts. It would be reasonable to open, to buy and things like that. Because at this point, the price point, I feel like the only people that are really buying it are people that are going to be opening it on YouTube just for shock value. Other than that, it's people that are a little bit naive because the price point is very high. So I'd say, for example, an easy way to point out how bad the price point is, to the point of saying people that do buy it are just naive, is let's say you could buy 5 of them for $5,000. You could buy, for $5,000, you can buy one of each of the dual lands. Like, you should be able to buy, for $5,000, you should be able to buy one of every copy of all playable dual lands, instead of having potentially maybe one of every copy that's not playable in anything. And then the other side of these proxies that's difficult for the non-playable is, like, sure, you could play proxies and slot them into commander decks and things like that, but because of the high power level of the cards, I mean, if someone slots in like $1,000 card, I'm going to be sitting there like, do you own it? Or like, like, I personally, I don't mind proxies that much. But I've had situations where people have proxied in a Gaia's Cradle, and I'm staring at them like, okay, so, like, you're gonna buy that eventually, But yeah, that's the difficult point of it. The price point is way too high. The fact that you can point at legitimate playable copies and reasonably say that you can buy more, I mean, it reminds me a little bit of Modern Horizons 2, a little bit. Maybe not as much of that, because I kind of bought it only to buy the land. So I had a situation where I spent like 80, 90 bucks, pulled one land, looked at that and was like, well, I could have just went online, bought like 5. Instead of just pulling one. It just feels like that. I really, really wish that this product would have been regular pack price, because I would have been buying it. I would have been drafting it. That would have been really cool to, like, pop open a piece of power and be like, oh, I will put Lotus in my draft deck. Like, that's insane. Just as a moment as a player to be able to do that, not being involved in the game when those cards were released, that would have been a really cool moment as an anniversary. And I think it could be patchworked. We got like a month to go. I got a couple months until it's released. So good faith, I think they could reduce the price if they actually want to sell it. Because to be fair, I think the actual, like, who they want to sell it to, there isn't really a market for it. The only people I feel like that will buy it are people that want to open it for shock value on YouTube. Or people that have the nostalgia and they want to buy the cards and they'll buy it for the price point. So it, like, feels as though they're still, like, rare, valuable cards, but, like, it's like a person that doesn't stop and think that, like, they can't play them, and then at the price point they can just buy the playable versions. So it's like, I don't know. It's a product that I'm disappointed in. It's one of those things. Sometimes, I'm not exactly too much of a downside to see products that aren't made for me. I mean, this is one of those products where I see it and it's not made for me. I am not going to spend $1,000 for proxies. It is just not going to happen. I might spend a couple $100s for the real singles at some point. It just depends. So I don't exactly mind seeing products that aren't for me, but on the other side, I do wish this one was, because it's a really cool one. So it's been your boy Kittens. Peace.